are a simple person. Look at your neighbor, he didn't say you're simple. He said, I don't know a simple person. The question that arises is that, what is a simple person? A simple person, one does not think for him or herself, except without question. They just go on and accept it. Let me give you an example of just accepting. Maybe I should go a little further with that before we do this. Solomon does not want us in his teaching in these poetical books, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Solomon. He does not want us to be a fool. He does not want us to be simple. But his intent is that we would become wise. So he first started out with the simple people. And he's talking about how simple people act. And so I'm just teaching this not to say that you or I or anyone else in here is simple, but to avoid the simple mistakes of life that can become major in your life. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 15. The simple believe in every word. That means that a simple person believes in the things people tell him. But the prudent man looketh well into his going. This past week, had a car had some problems with it, and I sent Phillip, Brother Campbell, went with him down to Greensboro to a certain dealer down there to get my car, and before they went, or rather after they got there, I talked with the man, and the man told me that there were some problems with the same thing, gasket, where the oil is, and that it's not giving you the problem right now, but it's going to give you some problems. I said, what would that cost? He said, $1,500. You know what I told him. So I didn't let him do it. There isn't any oil on my floor. But I would have been simple to have accepted what he said without question. That's a simple person. A simple person believes anything that this is what makes you really simple. I mean really simple. Because when a person tells you something and you don't know it to be true, but you accept it as if it is the truth, then you tell other people about it and you don't even know that it is the truth. That's simple. In other words, listen what the scripture says here. It said, the simple believe in every word. In other words, they believe anything anybody tell them, and they take it face value. You are simple. Listen, now it gives you a contrast between the simple and the prudent. But the prudent man looketh well into his going. In other words, if you tell me something about somebody, I will listen to you, but I will not act upon it until I find out if it's true. There are a lot of people who are hurting as I speak to you today, and you have somewhat distanced yourself from them based on what somebody told you, and you didn't have enough common sense to find out if it was true. You're simple. You're simple. I didn't say you are simple. I'm talking about that's a part or one of the traits of a simple person. We just accept things. So going with something. Yeah, I figured it all the time. You're simple. You take it because somebody said it. But listen, it's simple to believe in every word, not one word, but anything anybody tell you. You know what you become? You become vacillating, swinging from one end to the other. You become a pendulum. Your psychology of life becomes a swinging pendulum, moving from here to there. Hear one story, you believe this. Hear another story, you believe that. So you just go backward and forward, backward and forward. You are simple. Touch your neighbor and say, you're simple. 27, verse 12. A prudent man foreseeth evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are what? Punished. Are there occasions in your life where you can look at something and say, there's going to be some trouble with this? That never happened to you? I mean, you can meet some folk and you say, I don't mind that. I mean, it looks good, but I better leave that stuff alone. You know, why? But God lets you see something. A wise person foreseeth. In other words, wise people see things before they happen. And what does he do? He hides himself. What does it mean he hides? It means he gets out of the way. Some people you see coming, you better go another way. He hides himself. It means he gets out of the way. But simple people just keep on going. No one is going to hurt them, but they just keep on going to it. You are simple. Now listen. If you look on the screen here, Proverbs 27:12. I just read it to you. But watch the next scripture, 22:3. It's the same thing again. This is what we call rote learning. It's called redundance. Some things you have to tell over and over. And what Solomon is trying to get us to see, this is what is most important. Let me tell you one thing. If you become simple like that, you're going to become suspicious. There isn't anything worse than dealing with a suspicious person. Suspicious people don't trust anybody. They have no rationale. They just believe whatever they said. So then it makes you suspicious of people. You don't know it to be true. Anybody can tell you anything. I saw your husband kissing a man. I knew you were kissing a man. There was a brother in our church. Unfortunately, he's deceased now. He came to me crying. And I said, what's wrong? He said, Bishop, it's just been hell for me in my community. Even in the church. I said, what is that? He said, you know, my niece came to the city, just had death in the family. We were trying to clean up some business that we could do. She was a very attractive girl, very beautiful. But you know, people saw him, they put out that he was going with her. No validation. No validation. No. Just because you see two people sitting there eating in a restaurant, that don't mean there's a difference between courting and a commitment. Proverbs 9:4. Whoso is simple, let him turn it here to talk about wisdom. As for him that wanted understanding, she said to him. In other words, if you want to move from simplicity in terms of being acting simple, then what you need to do is get all of the wisdom that you can get. Because wisdom will dissipate simplicity. Proverbs 9:13. A foolish woman is clamorous, she is silly, and knoweth nothing. In other words, it's saying a woman who is loud. See, a lady won't chew children in public. A lady won't be talking loud and boisterous. Read it for yourself. A foolish woman. Now, I didn't say you're foolish. I didn't say that. Listen, a foolish woman is clamorous. A woman becomes in the gender of a female. A woman becomes a woman through chronology. She becomes a lady through refinement. Through refinement. Woman through chronology. But through refinement, that's a lady. She knows how to sit. She knows how to posture herself. Listen to what he said. A foolish woman is clamorous, loud. Just boast. Just have people see you before you get there. Just loud. You hurt yourself. You won't see Michelle Obama chew your mouth. You will not see Michelle Obama or any other person in that kind of position that does not do anything other than try to project herself with all of the femininity that she can, posture, that she can muster up to express the feminine qualities of herself. That's the difference between a woman and a lady. Jackie Onassis was a lady, and Mother Campbell is better than she. That's a lady. Y'all had enough of this? You don't have to do now. Do you think these nuggets of wisdom are good?